It has been more than a week now since a young gunman opened fire on a school in Parkland, Florida, killing 17 people. It's a story that's dominated the news headlines and discussions in every single school in the country.
We were very fortunate today to have a group of school administrators, teachers, and advisors visit our station to see how we gather the news. They are all doctoral candidates in education leadership from a class at Edgewood College, and 3 of them were brave enough to volunteer to be with us here on Live at 4 tonight to talk about what has been happening in their own school districts. Lee Hemd is an English teacher now at Rochester, Minnesota, but a 21-year veteran at Wonewoc Schools. Lee, welcome.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here. Ron Schlicht is an associate principal at McWanago High School. Thank you for doing this with us, Ron. And Kurt Cohen is the activities director at Darlington High School. Welcome.
Welcome all.
Thanks to all of you for doing this with us. I can't even imagine when you all became educators that you would think this was something that was going to be in your job description. But tell us a little bit about the kinds of conversations you're having in your districts after what happened in Florida. Lee, why don't we start with you?
Okay. The kinds of conversations that we have had were around our safety plan, and to review that with our students and to reassure them that everything that is in place hopefully will work the right way.
Ron, how about you?
We've had these conversations before the tragedy in Florida, as well as after. And obviously, we always want to do what is best for the safety of our kids and our staff. We review our safety plans yearly. And we really try to determine if what we are currently doing, what we currently practice, is our best possible solution at the time.
Kurt, you're from a smaller high school down in Darlington. Do you have a similar plan like this?
Yep. It's something that we discuss continually in our administrative team, and like the other two said, things that we practice with our students on a regular basis.
Well, how we keep our kids safe is sort of the $6 million question. And now in the national conversation, President Trump is urging teachers to go on the offense. And there is a big conversation about teachers being allowed to carry concealed weapons in classrooms. I mean, you know the argument that the best way to take out a bad guy with a gun is to have a good guy with a gun.
It is, but personally, I feel like we all go into every situation with our own values and our own morals as human beings, and we don't know what we're capable of when a time like this comes. As a teacher, my job is to teach my students about my content, obviously, and about life. My job is also to provide them with a very safe environment, and I know that in a time of crisis that I am trained to do the right thing with my students. But I don't believe that my job is to carry a gun around, because I don't feel like that provides my students with a safe environment.
And you have a military background.
Yes, I do.
You would not be comfortable having a gun in school?
Not at all.
We've had this conversation as an administrative team as well. We feel that it would be money, taxpayer money, better spent to spend it on people who are trained professionally, such as more police resource officers, liaisons, and armed security guards at each of our schools rather than just at one.
And Kurt, are you talking about this at the local level?
For sure, and I'll echo what Ron said. I think we are open to whatever is best for our students. Right now, I don't know if we're at that point, though, where the best option is arming our staff.
On that topic, I'm interested in this as well. A lot of students are facing a lot of mental health challenges, which is a very delicate and complicated issue. But how do you now approach students who have mental health challenges without seeing them as a potential threat?
Wow, that's quite a question. As a teacher, I build that relationship with every student who comes into my classroom. I get to know them. I have conversations with them. We share our personal lives, because I feel that that's a way that as a teacher I can connect with each and every one of my students. And I understand that some of my students have anxiety issues or have mental health issues that we work with in the classroom. And then as a school, we have those mental health resources in our building.
And with the former student in Florida, there were warning signs, but they weren't heeded.
No school or district is immune to what is going on in society. And mental illness and treatment of mental illness and identification of that is becoming not only more and more difficult, but more and more prevalent. You know, each district has their own plan and an approach of how they do things because they know their community and they know the children that are coming to them and what their backgrounds are. I think creating an awareness, not only with our teachers, but with other students about what kids may be going through and what they're experiencing, and to let kids know that, and parents know that they do have resources within the school that they can come to for help. And if we don't have that ability to provide that within the school, we have connections in the community also where we can lead them in a direction to possibly get some help.
Kurt, we'll leave you with the last word today.
We're being the representative from the small rural district, you know, we definitely have some challenges with some of those resources at times. We can maybe make some of those connections, teacher to student, administrator to student, and reach that individual a little more one-on-one.
I think just that you're talking about it is so reassuring.
It really is
it's such an important first step. Thank you guys for doing this today. We really appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. Thank you.